Hello, so today I am making buttermilk pie. So this recipe I got from this book. It's a Dear America book called Color Me Dark. And what you'll need for this, the recipe is called Mr. John Cooper's Buttermilk Pie. But you'll need a stick of butter, 2 cups of sugar, 3 whole eggs, and then 2 tablespoons of flour, and 1 cup of buttermilk, and then some pie crust. So there's a little backstory to this recipe in particular. I had this book and I was reading it. I still haven't finished the book. I'm on page 77, 71. But this is technically the first ever video I ever made. I made this back in 2013 and I put it on video. That was my first ever cooking video and I used this exact recipe. So I thought it'd be nice to recreate this recipe. Well, my mom, she said, you can make buttermilk pie, So I thought it'd be nice to recreate that. Especially because I hit a year on YouTube on April 13th, so 3 days ago. I've been on YouTube for a year now, so I thought it'd be nice to show this. But I'll be uploading my first ever cooking video where I made this recipe. I'll upload that from the video I made from 2013, and then I'll post this one. But I thought that was nice. This would be a nice thing to do. And I'll put this recipe in the description and the pie crust recipe, which I made myself. Okay, so it says first, this isn't John Cooper. This is a man named Marcus Garvey. These are real people, I believe. But first I'll need to melt a stick of butter, so I'll do that. And have this bowl here and my butter. But yeah, it's been 12 years since I last made this recipe. And I first made it 12 years ago and I'm making it again for the second time. I don't remember how this tasted. I don't think I had too many slices of this buttermilk pie back then. I know my dad ate most of it by himself. But I'm going to melt this down probably about 50 seconds in the microwave. Over here I have my pie crust. I just did this a few minutes ago. And as I said, I'll put the pie crust recipe in the description below. But you'll just need flour, sugar, butter, and use a food processor. You don't want to bake your pie crust, not yet. Okay, so the butter is melted, and now I'll add in 2 cups of sugar. Very sweet, yes. And I'll probably post that original buttermilk video before I post this one, and I'll put that in the description. So if you want to watch that and see how it was whenever I was younger, how much I've changed, how much I probably haven't changed. I think it's like a time capsule. It's very fun. Okay, sugar and butter. And just mix this together. It looks like yellow snow. Don't eat it though. Well, you can eat this, you can't eat real yellow snow. And then you want to add 3 whole eggs. Yes, in this economy, 3 whole eggs. But if you couldn't see, I have my Dallas Maverick shirt on. They play basketball today, play-in basketball, which is basically the playoffs. But if they lose this game, the season is over. But if they win, then they play another play-in basketball game. And then if they win that, then they're in the playoffs. They're the 10 seed. I'm going to cheer for them. At first I was like, I want them to lose, but now that they're in the play-in, I'm just like, okay, they can try to go as far as they can. Okay, I have my 3 eggs in here, and now I'm going to add 2 heaping tablespoons of flour. So heaping, you just wanted to overflow like that. There we go. And you want to stir this together until it's smooth. You may be asking, why do you want them to lose? Well, I wanted them to lose so that they couldn't be in the play-in tournament, because I want them to get a better draft pick, because I'm like, they're not winning anything this year. And the draft pick might help them. But I don't think we're going to get who I want, which is Cooper Flag, but he's going #1 overall. Okay, so quick update. The NBA draft is actually about to be on in a few minutes, and the Mavericks did end up getting the #1 pick, so that means the Mavericks get Cooper Flag if they draft him. So I said in the video we weren't probably going to get Cooper, but we did, so I'm really excited about that. I can't stop talking about the draft being on today, but yeah, just wanted to update you. It's June 25th right now. I'm editing the video. Okay, back to the video. Back to my Buttermilk Pie. He plays for Duke. He's the best prospect. It looks like a custard. You just want to mix it up. And today I was outside playing basketball. I got up early because I like to play on the court before all those kids get out there. You know, the kids, they get out of school from like middle school, high school, and they go play on the court afterwards, and it's just like a bunch of kids running around, and there's only 2 baskets, so the court gets occupied, and you can't really play with like 10 kids at each goal. You can't really play. So I try to get out there before they do, and I got out there early today, 10:30, but the court was empty. It was just me for a while, then another kid came over there, but he stayed on the other side of the court, so I didn't have to share, that's what I like. I like an open court, open gym. But I mean, I'll play with other kids and other people if they want to play, but I'd rather be there by myself for a few before people want to join in. Because, you know, whenever you're playing, it's like shooting, 2 people shooting at 1 basket. The ball just always is like, everyone's just blocking everyone's shot when they shoot. It's a mess, but. Okay, this is what you want it to look like a lemon curd, like a custard, real smooth. And since I'm about done, I'm going to preheat the oven right now to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And now you want to fold in your buttermilk. So I have a cup of buttermilk here, and I'll fold in my cup of buttermilk. I'll do a little bit at a time. In the fold, you just want to stir it around like that. Not like this, but like, you know. So I guess this video is basketball themed, if y'all don't mind. But I watched the WNBA draft the other day, like 2 days ago, and my favorite player, one of my favorite players of women's college basketball, Paige Beckers, she went to the Dallas Wings. Now, I'm a Dallas Mavericks fan. I'm also a Dallas Wings fan, but with the WNBA, I support all the teams. So it doesn't really matter. But I'll be watching some Wings games for Paige, and I'll watch Chicago and Indiana for injuries, Chicago and Caitlin Clark. Hopefully the drama stirs down. I do not want that drama again. The fans just make so much drama. It should be a good season. You know, they're expanding the league finally. So they have 3 more teams coming, but the most recent expansion team is the Golden State Valkyries. I don't know if they'll be good this year. Probably not. But they did get some good draft picks, like players. I think it's probably going to be New York Liberty and Aces, Las Vegas Aces again in the finals. And I'll say I got the Liberty winning because they got Natasha Cloud recently. I know the Aces got Jewel Lloyd, so that'll be a pretty good team. It's folded in right now. I can't really show you how it looks, but you just kind of want it to be like a liquidy. So now I'm going to add a dash of vanilla extract and a little bit of nutmeg. I'm not big on nutmeg though. A little nutmeg, just that much. And well, we barely got any vanilla. And a little bit of vanilla. I like vanilla so. I probably should have watched my video I made back in the day before I did this, because I forgot I needed these two ingredients. But I've been cooking up a storm, so y'all are gonna have a lot of cooking videos from me. And some other videos too. I made a video, it's about to come out. This will come out later, but before this comes out, I'm going to post my unpopular opinions that no one asked for. Okay, now we poured in the pie shell. Comment down below if you ever made or had buttermilk pie. I'm an apple pie girly, so I don't usually eat other pies outside of that. But we had some buttermilk, so I decided, okay, let me just make this. But now we don't. Well, let me fix my pie crust a bit. You could possibly bake this beforehand. I'm not going to bake it. You can probably put this in a 350 degree for a few minutes if you want to. Alright. Now I dump this in there. And that is the pie. So once that preheats to 350 degrees, the oven does, I'm going to put this in there for about 45 minutes or until a toothpick it comes out clean. You know how to do the toothpick test. Okay. Oh, I just spilled it. You guys, you'll see it because every time I try to show you, something falls out. So it says it serves 6 to 8. So this is pretty big pie right here. There's a little side thing here I'll read. It says, Pullman dining car chefs were well known for their unique and delicious pastries and desserts. Passengers traveling from Chicago to New York would have been familiar with Mr. John Cooper's buttermilk pie. So the famous buttermilk pie, I got the recipe right here. I think this is pretty cool. They added recipes and pictures and stuff and history in this book. I'm not sure what the book is, but it says, Color Me Dark, The Diary of Nellie Lee Love, The Great Migration North. So it's, yeah. And it says 1919. Alright, I'm going to put this in the oven. Alright, it's been about 40 minutes and the pie is done. I won't eat it now. I'm going to let it cool I'm going to let it cool a little bit, but it looks good. If you can see some of that. Once again, comment down below. Maybe comment down what you want me to make next and I'll see if I'll make that. And like this video, subscribe to my channel. I'm at 153 subscribers. Help me get to 200. That's my goal. And hopefully the Mavericks win today. But once again, this is a Dear America book. Have y'all ever read Dear America? I've read a few of their books, or a few of those books, but I'll let you know in the description below how this is. All right. See ya.